Welcome friends! Are you guys ready for another winter refresh? Today I'm going to finish my dining room and this is part 2. So if you missed part 1, I will have it linked in the description below. But friends, my name is Michelle and my sister Cheryl and I, we welcome you to our channel. We're always so thankful that you're here. This is just an overview of my dining room, the part that I have not decorated, and I've taken down most of the decor. I had a lot of going on over here for Christmas. Now my Hoosier cabinet, pretty much I display a lot of my white dishes right there, and I have left a lot of that in there, but I do have a lot that I'm going to add to it in just a bit. But let's start right here on top of this china cabinet. I love to decorate this seasonally, but let's go ahead and add in some of my white dishes as well. So let's style this. So to get started, as you can see, I just have collected a few things that I think will work over here. I love using all these white creamers and pictures. They're so pretty and so fun. So I'm just styling them right here in this cabinet. I love paper shred. Sometimes I'll take an old book and I'll just take pages out and cut them into little strips and use that as paper. And then sometimes I'll just use regular paper and like you would use for gift wrap, and I'll use that. So it's really just whatever you have on hand. But I also love bringing in a touch of vintage. So here are these time books. I just love this pop of color that it adds as another layering element in the back of this cabinet. And now let's just add another piece right here. I love this little pottery piece. I know I always say that I have a lot of this decor that I've had for a long time, and I really do. I love just building upon my collections. And just to tie in some of my winter fill, I'm going to use these little trees. I got these at, I believe, Target a couple of years ago, but I just think they add the perfect touch to this display and brings in just that touch of winter. Friends, I just wanted to take a second and mention that there will be a bonus video tomorrow. I'm going to do a collab with two wonderful friends. You won't want to miss it, so be sure to come back tomorrow and check out my video. I hope you'll hit the bell notification so you won't miss this one because it's going to be great. Okay, now let's move over here to the top. I'm going to add this oil lamp just to kind of cover up my little diffuser right there. And then I'm going to bring in this beautiful Norfolk pine tree that I got off of Amazon. And again, I'll have this linked in the description below just in case you're looking for anything like this. Now the base is not very pretty, so I'm just going to pop it in this crock. And this is actually the same crock that I had it in for Christmas. It was in my living room, but I'm just moving it over here. To complete this look, I've just added a couple of old books. As you can see, they're in those coordinating colors that I've used throughout my home, and I love the way that looks. And then I've just added another tree in this little crock, and I think that completes this look. But friends, as I'm looking at this, I do not like what I've done over here. So let's change this right here. It's too heavy on the top, so I'm going to move that one creamer with the white little trees, and I'm going to switch it with this pot right here. I think that will make it look more balanced. So let's change this real quick and see what we think. Oh yes, that is so much better. I don't know about you, but sometimes when we decorate, we stand back and we look at something, we can always tell if it's going to work or not, and that was just not working for me. This is such a much better balance. I just love this so much better. But now let's move over to the Hoosier. Now this is really where I love to layer in a lot of my white dishes. And I know a lot of people have told me too much, looks really cluttered, and I get that. But in my mind, this is the look that I like. So I always say, do what you love. So here's my question to you. I have this thermos. I put this scrapbook paper on it during Christmas just to use it. Now, I think that other color, if I take the paper off, would work really well. So you guys will have to tell me, do you think it looks better with the paper I have on it, or should I take it off and just use that natural goldish color? Because I think they would both work in my decor. As you can see, I just left the paper on it because it had a lot of the green, and so I just thought that that would work. So now the only thing I'm going to really do, since I have all of my white dishes kind of styled the way I want them, I'm just going to add in these little trees. Now I don't want the base of these old trees to show because they're red. So I'm just going to pop them in these containers to kind of cover that up. But again, what I was saying earlier was I know a lot of people think I have too many dishes right here, but I liked that layered stacked look. That's what I enjoy. So I'm going to actually layer in even more. So before you guys tell me how much you don't like that, just remember just to do what you love. If you love it, that's what matters. And this is what brings me joy. I love stacking these dishes. I love collecting white dishes. I just don't think that you can have too many, and I just think they add a really pretty touch to your decor. So as you can see, I've left things pretty much the same on the bottom as they were during Christmas. But now let's go ahead and gather some things together to style the bottom. And I'm going to start actually where I have these cake plates. They're glass. I love to kind of use these as a tier tray just to display things on. I think it's really pretty. And so you guys are going to be surprised. I'm going to bring back these beautiful fall weeds that I got and used a lot during my fall decor. So if you think I threw those away, you're wrong. I have to use them because I think they're so pretty. So that goes on top. I've got this Thrifted bowl right here. It's actually an oval dish, but it is washed. I just want you to know I wash everything that comes from the thrift store very well. I spray it with Clorox and I wash it. Now I didn't scrub off the price because sometimes I just like remembering what I paid for them. And usually I've paid half of that price of what's written on the bottom. I love these dishes. I love these bowls. They're so fun to display in. And as you can see, again, I'm just going to layer some more things in here. So I've got these little dishes. I think these come from the Goodwill bins during the summer. And I've just added some buttons in them, and that's all I'm going to do right there. I just like that look. I've got another dish that was thrifted. I think this one is a Pottery Barn piece. I just have more buttons, threw in some of those pine cones I got from Hobby Lobby, and just a candlestick. I'm just trying to break it up. I'm trying to do the unexpected. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do right there. I think it's really pretty, and I enjoy it. Now, I do have some silver pieces of silverware. They're styled in that one container. I always pretty much leave it there. I have some leftover dishes, and I've got one more tree. So let's just pop this tree right here. I'm going to kind of push this over to the side until I figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this cabinet top right here. Okay, so this is the last of the white dishes that I'm going to use. But again, I want to use all these because I'm going for that layered look. So I've got some old platters. I love, love, love old platters. So you guys will have to tell me, do you collect platters like I do? I absolutely love them. Now I'm going to place on top of those my rose point dishes. These again are some of my favorites. I love collecting these, adding pieces to my collection. And so on top of that, just to give it some texture and break it up a little, these are strings off of that burlap. And I just save them and use them because I just think they're cool and I just like them. So I'm going to place those down on the bottom of these beautiful winter scene plates. They're so pretty. I use these year-round just because I like styling them because of the gold rim around them. A lot of times I'll just put something else on top of it. But let's go ahead and display a couple of these in this shelf over here in this cabinet door. They're so pretty. I just love seeing them because most of the time they're covered up. But let's go ahead and add them right here. So to complete this layered look over here, I just added a bowl with paper shred. Big shocker to all of y'all, I'm sure. And then just a sweet little creamer. And to that, I'm going to throw in a couple of these pine cones. And again, these are some that I got at Hobby Lobby when they were 90% off. So they have been really fun to use this year, and I think I have used them all. Okay friends, this is how I have it decorated for my winter refresh in my Hoosier cabinet. I love seeing all of my white dishes that I've collected, and it's just a fun place to display them. Now let's decorate this urn that I have right here. And this is the one I had my Christmas tree in that was over by my buffet. So I want to use this tree that I got from Target several years ago. It's in this basket. It doesn't fit, and that looks absolutely crazy. So I was thinking I could take some burlap and just kind of camouflage that base. So let's see if this works. So I just cut a piece of burlap and I am just going to tuck it inside this basket. And I think this absolutely works. Do you guys all have to tell me what you think about this and tell me if you think it works right here. The last place I'm going to decorate is right here on my table. And if you're new here, I found this vintage old mirror and I love it. And it usually stays right here on my table. And to that, I'm going to add this gorgeous crock. I thrifted this also during Christmas. It is beautiful. And this is what I used on my buffet. And I just thought it was too pretty. So I'm just going to move it over to my dining room table and that will be it. I think it's such a pretty touch. So friends, what do you think of the rest of my home refreshed for winter? Okay friends, I have some exciting news to share with you guys. I hope that you'll not only watch today, but you'll come back tomorrow and watch again. I'm going to have a bonus video for you guys, and it's going to be a collab with two of the most wonderful people. I have a lot of beautiful friends here, and these two are really special. So I hope you'll look for that video, post it tomorrow. I can't wait to share it with you guys, and I can't wait to share with you my friends and their wonderful videos. So friends, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. But before I go, I do want to share with you this beautiful Bible verse. Love the Lord, all his faithful people. The Lord preserves those who are true to him, but the proud he pays back in full. Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Do you know without hope we have nothing? And when we put our hope and faith in God, that's when we see our dreams come to pass. So even if you're in a season of life where things aren't working out or they seem impossible, always know that when you put your hope and faith in God, that he rewards those who love and trust him. Guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, friends.